Over 2,000 years ago, in the land of Greece, there existed a city unlike any other. A city built not on wealth, philosophy, or politics, but on strength, discipline, and war. A city where boys were trained from childhood to become the most feared warriors in the ancient world. This was Sparta, the home of the legendary hoplites, the elite soldiers who never surrendered, never retreated, and lived only for the glory of battle. The Spartan way of life, Sparta, was founded around the 9th century BC and quickly became one of the most powerful city-states in Greece. But unlike Athens, which flourished through trade, art, and democracy, Sparta focused entirely on military strength. Every part of Spartan life was centered around the army, and every citizen was expected to serve the state without question. From the moment a Spartan child was born, their fate was decided. If a newborn was weak or deformed, they were abandoned on Mount Taygetus, left to die. Only the strong were allowed to live. This brutal practice ensured that only the toughest warriors would grow to fight for Sparta. At the age of 7, Spartan boys were taken from their families and placed into the Agogi, a brutal military training program designed to toughen them for war. For the next 13 years, they endured extreme discipline, relentless combat training, and harsh survival exercises. They were taught to fight, steal, and endure pain without complaint. If they were caught stealing food, they were punished, not because stealing was wrong, but because getting caught was a sign of weakness. By the age of 20, a Spartan became a hoplite, a full-fledged warrior. They fought in the famous phalanx formation, a tight-knit shield wall that was nearly impossible to break. Each man carried a large bronze shield, a long spear, and a short sword. Their shields were not just for personal defense, but for protecting the warrior next to them. This is why a Spartan mother would tell her son before battle, "Come back with your shield or on it." To return without it meant he had fled from battle, a disgrace worse than death. Spartan women, though not warriors, were also trained to be strong. They ran, wrestled, and participated in athletic competitions. Unlike other Greek women, they had more freedom and were encouraged to raise strong children who would one day fight for Sparta. The Persian invasion, Sparta's finest hour, Sparta's most famous battle took place in 480 BC during the Persian Wars. The Persian Empire, led by King Xerxes, was the most powerful empire in the world, and it sought to conquer Greece. Xerxes' army was massive, some say over 1 million soldiers, while the Greeks were divided and vastly outnumbered. In the face of certain doom, one man stepped forward to defend Greece, King Leonidas of Sparta. With just 300 Spartans and a few thousand Greek allies, Leonidas marched to Thermopylae, a narrow mountain pass where the Persian numbers would count for nothing. For 3 days, the Spartans held their ground against overwhelming odds. Xerxes sent wave after wave of his best troops, including his elite immortals, but the Spartans fought with unmatched skill and discipline. Their phalanx was unbreakable, and their courage was legendary. But betrayal sealed their fate. A Greek traitor named Ephialtes revealed a secret path through the mountains, allowing the Persians to surround the Spartans. Knowing they were doomed, Leonidas sent most of his allies away, choosing to stand and fight with his 300 Spartans. Surrounded, the Spartans fought to the last man, refusing to surrender. Leonidas was killed, but his warriors fought on, making the Persians pay for every inch of ground. Their sacrifice inspired all of Greece, uniting the city-states to rise against Persia. The decline of Sparta, the defeat at Thermopylae, was not the end. Inspired by the Spartans' bravery, the Greek city-states came together and, 1 year later, defeated the Persian army at the Battle of Plataea. Sparta continued to dominate Greece for the next century, but its rigid society would eventually lead to its downfall. In 404 BC, after years of war, Sparta defeated Athens in the Peloponnesian War and became the most powerful city-state in Greece. But success brought complacency. Over time, Sparta's population declined, and its strict system of only allowing pure-blooded Spartans to become warriors weakened its army. By 371 BC, Sparta suffered a crushing defeat at the Battle of Leuctra against Thebes, marking the beginning of its decline. When Alexander the Great rose to power in the 4th century BC, Sparta was no longer the dominant force it once was, and by the time the Romans conquered Greece in the 2nd century BC, Sparta had faded into history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this historical tale, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Trendy Tale for more amazing stories from the past. And be sure to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.